we were up in the mountains, like, we were struggling with the tech because the fucking got whacked out on the mescaline. The mescaline's like, you take the I gobbled the mescaline, but you front load the fucking
masculinity,
like, the pain of it all. So I was just like nauseous as fuck immediately.
Yeah, obviously.
Just down. Like a dog. You know how I get.
Like, is it like a hangover nauseous or like poop nauseous?
No, like you're gonna throw up.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like I'm gonna throw up right now.
Hot mouth.
I couldn't talk. I just wanted to close my eyes. I wanted to be like blindfolded. But anyway, like then you get hit with like the pumped up, like, you know, I love the feeling of like the psychedelics.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like the onboarding of it though is like Tom kept calling it the onboarding, so I'm just using the term.
Basically coined it.
But no, you get like a feeling of like you're gonna throw up, but then when it breaks, you're like, yes, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, you know,
it's like having 4 lungs.
Yeah, so like we were all sitting there, like the 3 of us, and like EJ was like, dude, this is very masculine, because Tom put it in our heads. Obviously. This is masculine shit, but it really is. Like it feels like what, I don't know who the fuck was taking this back in the day. I'm assuming Native Americans.
Native Americans.
This is the shit you would take if you had to figure out real shit. So like you would get like the elders, and you would be like, yo man, X, Y, and Z happened. Do we have to go to war now? Like when it's like life and death shit.
Yeah.
I feel like you would go hit the fucking yurt, take this shit.
No one can lie.
You would come out and you'd be like, we know what to do. That's what it feels like. Like you feel like you're getting down to. I felt like the ancient ones and the only ones, and we were figuring shit out. Right? Obviously,
they felt like they were with you, but you couldn't see anything.
Obviously, I'm high as a kite, dude, and
sure.
none of this shit is fucking. But anyway,
it's your imagination.
We were struggling with the tech because we struggled with the Bluetooth because fucking Tom couldn't figure out the Bluetooth, and we were
early millennials.
It was Spotify was on the Samsung TV, not an Apple TV.
Yeah.
But Sinead O'Connor's face came on. Me and EJ were just chilling there, and fucking Tom was like, "Do you guys ever fuck with Sinead O'Connor?" And like I just fuck around with like nothing compares to you.
Yeah, obviously.
You know, it makes me feel good.
Yeah,
but her face was like fucking moving around. Like, dude, the place we were at had wood ceiling. So I'm chilling when the visuals came on. I was so pumped because EJ's never had visuals.
Yeah.
So like I fucking kicked back, and all of the knots in the wood start turning into like birds.
That's fucking
and
insane.
then going into like bugs. So it's all like moving around. I was like, oh yeah, I'm tripping here.
Like popping out, or just kind of like when you're staring at something, like looking at clouds. Yeah,
it just starts moving. But I was pumped for EJ because he's never even done that. He did mushrooms in like high school or something.
Yeah, that's.
But I got all pumped on it, and he was like, dude, this is so masculine. Then I was like, yeah, dude, I wish my dad could. I was thinking like, I wish our dads could do this, but I don't think they would handle the fucking onboarding of it. Because it's like, dude, I thought. I was like,
if you throw up, is the game over?
I don't know. I think if you throw up the drugs, maybe. But I was like, my heart started pounding, and I was like, dude, I told Tom, I was like, dude, one of these things is gonna take me the fuck out.
Oh yeah, dude.
You know.
Yeah.
And but then I started thinking, I was just like, I was chilling there talking to Tom, and I was like, bro, fucking, I always forget that like my dad is my dad that raised me, but then there's also another dude that made me from his sperm, and I'm
There's
like,
a dude who created the player,
right? And I'm like sitting there going like, dude, I've never met this dude, and I'm sitting there like, he's probably cool. You know what I mean? I was like sitting there thinking, right? I'm like, this dude's probably sweet. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like I started thinking about it, and then like, dude, before that I like felt good, kind of like fucking
weightless.
No, I felt good, like I'm tripping or whatever. But then when that hit, it was like, now we're tripping.
Yeah,
and it was fucking nuts, dude. And it went on for like 14 hours. Pretty much. It went on
because
the next day I was
shift, dude.
The next day I was still on the show. I was still at work the next day for real.
What were you guys doing?
Getting down to the bottom of it, brother. Doing it for you guys.
Scares me.
But Tom was like,
You're like the wolf meme with all the arrows in his back.
Tom had me enthralled with this shit about Sinead O'Connor because it's like she didn't give a fuck, dude. Then we got into a whole thing about like Ireland and like the ancient fucking ones.
Ancient
and our
roots are a
bloodlines.
big fucking thing, dude.
Yeah, and but me and EJ like are pretty well versed in this shit. So I was like, bro, like you have to go. Like, and you gotta like get into fucking Vanmo. Vanmo's doing stream of consciousness shit that people don't understand.
Right now?
I mean, in his whole life, he's an artist. Yeah.
He's out of control.
You know, he's not just the moon dance guy.
I know. That's what Shane just hit me up a little while ago. Like, dude, do you ever listen to Van Morrison? I was like, fucking A, dude. I love Van Morrison. He's fucking great.
I was hitting Tom. We were hitting Tom with like big facts about what he should do. Like, cause he's like sitting there like, what am I doing?
You're a tribesman.
We were like trying to show him like how we think.
Yeah.
To Summertime in England. And it was going along with the song.
That shit's
And
nutty.
he was like getting tripped out. It was cool.
That shit is. I always try to like figure that stuff after the fact, where it's like,
what was real.
You know the song, so it's like if I was listening,
it's called a synchronicity.
Yeah, if I was like listening to something and like I knew William Blake was coming up, like William Blake, and that says in the song, it's like my dad's big flex is like saying the lyrics before they happen.
Yes, right.
He loves doing that shit just so you know that he knows.
I don't know. After doing that one, I would say all the guys that are doing the like I got to do the shit for PTSD. That this is the stuff.
Yeah,
but nobody's gonna do it because like you can't add money. You can't like combine this with money.
Business.
You can't combine this with like all fucking podcast trip reports. It's not good for business.
No, not at all. That's what I don't. I don't like that like the ayahuasca shit where it's like for celebs and stuff like that because it's like there's a lot of people who do ayahuasca and fucking wreck themselves, like actually kill themselves.
I don't know anything about that. Yeah,
but they're getting like celebs are doing it and shit. It's like they might have had a fucked up road, but like shit's gonna be okay for them. It's like, dude, if you're a normal person, you get that, and then you like see whatever the other side is, and it's like sayonara.
I don't understand. Yeah, I don't know, man.
That's what
it's DMT, right?
Yeah, but long.
So.
You got to get like a fucking psychedelic research department going because I don't know. If it's like
drugs.
Yeah, it's drugs, but I'm saying how the fuck's it gonna make you kill yourself?
Like they,
You know?
I think they put too much hype around it. Like it makes sense for like if you're in the woods and trying to get in touch with the woods.
Like if you smoke DMT, dude, you're gonna feel cool for a little while, but then that's gonna go away real quick.
Oh yeah,
and you're gonna be back to you're still here. So
yeah, that's what I'm fucking with.
The mescaline one though, like dude, you can sit there and like talk it out and figure it. You can like remember it. It's like if you could remember like a really hard, heavy trip.
Yeah, I would be fucking God.
Yeah.
If I could remember everything that happened in a mushroom trip.
Yeah. It was like earthing. It wasn't like you hit me with like, yo, spaceman. I was like, nah, this was like being under the ground.
That's probably why they did it, dude.
Who the fuck knows? It's amazing to me that people from throughout all times, like I read that book about the history of religious ideas, people have always been getting fucked up. Yeah. How the fuck are they figuring this out?
That blows my mind.
The shit you got to do to make this cactus into even just a tea.
How do they do it in the fucking desert?
And that's what I'm saying, man. This is crazy, bro.
They might be tapped
And
in.
I think we're getting way cleaner, higher doses than they ever got, but I was like, I could see why you want to sweat this the fuck out. I was like, dude, I want to be hotter. I had a jacket on and shit, and I was sweating, and I was like, dude, I want more sweat, though.
That would be sick if you became a legitimate Indian chief and just started hanging out.
I don't even know why I'm just making it up in my head, but I kept thinking, like, all right, so like, say you're like an elder, but then there's like a scuffle with the younger Braves. Some young Braves got out. They were like, they stole our chick. Like, we got to go to war. It's like, dude, shoot, like.
Kind of a whore.
Yeah, you're like, let's figure out what's going on here. You'd hit it, and then you'd come out and be like, yeah, we got to go to war.
Yeah.
And then fucking, if that was the case, dude, like, I can't remember who it is, like Graham Hancock or whatever. He wants all the politicians. He's like, dude, you can't be a politician unless you do like 12 trips.
You can't do it. Like they're gonna have like
they would get cooked.
There's a piper that you have to pay when you cross that threshold. It's like, dude, they would fucking axe themselves.
I don't know, man. Maybe.
They're so naughty, dude.
If you're being bad, if you're lying to yourself, you're definitely gonna have a hard time in the realms.
Yeah, it's gonna fucking kick your
the 9
ass.
realms.